wake up in a small, tight cage. You can feel the chill of thin metal bars pressing into your back as you lay on the concrete floor. The ground is hard beneath you. Your body aches as you struggle to move. The air is stagnant, making it difficult to breathe. There are so many others with you in this darkness. Their cries, a haunting echo in your memory. This was the life of my dog Hooch before I adopted him, the day he was about to be euthanized. From that moment, I didn't realize, but my life and the lives of thousands of animals would forever change. My name is Dean Morris, I'm 20 years old, and when I was 10, I started an award-winning charity called GOSAC, Give Our Strays a Chance, to raise awareness of adopting and donating to animals in need. Now you're probably thinking to yourself, 10 years old, what could you possibly do at just 10? And to that, I say anything. Each and every one of us has a power right in our hands, the power to act. In the last 10 years of running GOSAC, I've been able to raise over $4 million in donations to go to animals in need across Australia. From the moment that I adopted Hooch, I was absolutely heartbroken for all the other animals that I couldn't take home with me too. I wanted to go back and give just a little to those that were still there. So I decided to do what any 10-year-old could, and I donated all my pocket money to go towards the animals in the pound. Now, looking back at it, all that money as a 10-year-old probably covered a day's worth of dog food, but it's the thought that counts, right? But I knew there had to be more. I knew there must be a way to reach people and show them that there are amazing animals out there, just like Hooch, and all they need is a second chance and a loving home. So I began brainstorming, thinking of ways to raise awareness, but I didn't want to run just a regular fundraising event. I wanted to save animals too. So I decided to run an adoption day. I call it GOSAC Day. It'd be at the local shopping centre with a local rescue and some animals up for adoption. I'd invite the mayor, the media, the community, getting everyone involved. I go to local businesses to ask for raffle prizes, and people donate money and items on the day. It would be massive. It should have been daunting, but I took that first courageous step. And that first step was asking the shopping centre management for permission to run the event. Now, you could probably imagine a small 10-year-old kid going up to a shopping centre manager asking to bring stray animals inside. I mean, what could possibly go wrong, right? Well, actually, a lot could go wrong. But what if I stayed committed and gave it a real shot? Well, I actually achieved more than I could have ever imagined. I raised over $2,000 in just a few hours, and all the animals on the day were adopted out that day. I went to so many different business owners, managers, CEOs to ask for their support, and so many turned around to me and said no. They just saw me as a naive kid with big, unrealistic dreams, but I didn't let it stop me, and I didn't give in. I even went back to the ones that refused to help me to show them my achievements at GOSAC Day, how many animals I was able to adopt out, and how much money I was able to raise to go towards those animal shelters. For every success, there are countless failures, and yet it is the failures that shape us. It's the no's that make us work harder, and the rejections that make our passion unbreakable. But we don't have to wait for adversity to make a difference. So why wait until you're old enough? There is a misconception that age is correlated with ability. I was just 10. Yet 10 years old was old enough for Hooch and for the thousands of animals whose lives have changed for the better. Our age does not dictate the size of the impact we have in this world. There is no age limit to empathy, to kindness, or to action. There is only one requirement to making a difference, and that's passion. So take a moment and think about a passion of your own. What's the one thing that puts a smile on your face? What's the one thing that makes your heart beat a little faster and your mind race with possibilities? Maybe it's art. Could be science. maybe it's social justice, or maybe it's something you haven't even discovered yet. But whether you found your passion or you're still on your journey to discover it, remember that each and every one of us holds the potential to create change. But recognizing your passion is just the first step. What's next? What's the one thing that turns your ideas, your thoughts, your dreams into reality? Action. Your actions don't need to make a huge impact straight away. Everything needs to start from something, and with each step you take and more effort you put into your ideas, you're going to gain experience, learn new things, and grow as a person. The magic happens in the act of doing, in the challenges and the triumphs, the victories and the setbacks. I started GoSack with a simple goal, to help animals in need. I didn't see $4 million worth of donations. I just wanted to give back what I could to make their lives that bit better. Remember that you're not alone. There are people around you that want to help. And while it may seem daunting, when I found myself lost on my journey, I reached out to people around me. Just taking action was enough to sit with amazing people who gave me the most incredible support and advice. And when I was really at my wits' ends, just asking was enough to open doors, and you can do the same. For instance, one time I was stuffing my parents' tiny hatchback with a mountain of donations. They looked at me and laughed, saying, "We need a bigger car." And while I laughed and agreed too, I knew that I had to take action. So I took my issue to City Toyota, and to my surprise, I received a brand new car. And we named it the Poor Yoda. Get it? This is a perfect example of how embracing the spirit of what we can do together rather than what I can do can lead to unexpected solutions just like the Poor Yoda. Working together and combining our efforts will create a ripple that will impact even more people. GoSack hasn't just impacted the lives of animals, it's impacted the lives of people too. It's created a community awareness, a shared network of compassion and responsibility for our animals. Every single step of my journey from the day that I first saw Hooch until today has pushed me well beyond what I thought my limits were. And each and every one of you here today has the capacity to do the same. Push yourselves further, and you will see results beyond what you could have ever imagined. What I've learned from my journey is that there is no limit to what we can achieve. Our age does not dictate our potential or our ability to change the world. All it takes is the first courageous step on the path to making a difference. But as you head down this path, remember Hooch. Remember his journey. Hooch, a frightened dog, so skinny you could see his ribs showing. A dog who had not seen light for weeks, sleeping for days, suddenly became a dog full of life with a cheeky personality. And now he's filled with love and happiness. Hooch, come here. Come here, Hooch. Hooch, come here. Hooch is a testament to what we can achieve if we take action. Changing the world isn't about changing the lives of millions of people. It could be just changing a single life and changing their world forever. Thank you.